gotta put my shoes on. Hey. So I just said, you know what? I was up late. Well, no, I went to bed. I went to bed and I went to bed and then I woke up about one something or two, was up about 3 hours or 4 hours. Just what I did was took some better pictures of my eyelashes. Wait a minute, come on. Wait a minute. Come on now. What? Wait a minute, let me start my watch. Can't cheat myself. I got a book coming out called Don't Sleep on You. So I can't sleep on me. I got to start the watch. Okay. Anyway, good morning. Lord, give me strength on this one today. I didn't have to come. So I got up at 3 something, well, 1 something, took pictures of all the different eyelashes again, and, made them, try to make them clearer so you could see them better. I do have this, the swap arm, but I would have to go through there and go through that. So right now, just it is what it is. And I just want to say good morning. Thank everybody for supporting my glorybeauty.com, my beauty store. And God is good. And we just gonna keep walking by faith, keep trusting God. It is cold out here. It is cold. I got my sweater on. I feel good. Yesterday I came out, I didn't have my nothing on. It was cold. I just kept walking. But God is faithful. So I didn't name this video, but I'll name it when I get through. Maybe we can see where we're going, because I just really wanted to come on and just say hi and walk with you. Today is a beautiful day. Today is an excellent day. I got 3 more orders to pack. 3 more orders that came in after I packed the other ones. So I just like to pack them soon as and I'm gonna go do that after I get, today I'll do that. And I got 2 of my sisters. They bought something. My little baby sister, she bought something the other day, and my other sister, she bought something yesterday, and I really appreciate them. I'm not the type of person who solicit myself. I'm just not. I don't, even with advertising, God just had to show me how to do that, because I don't want to overdo anything, because that's not me. But I don't want to underdo anything either. So just allowing God to teach me how to do this, and this is my humble beginnings, and I want to have a humble middle and a humble forever, because that's what it's about, being just remaining humble when God bless you, and yeah. So let's talk about that. It's a journey. It's a journey, but it's a beautiful journey. But the enemy will have you think it's not a beautiful journey. He will make you think, here's the problem. People focus on the big bad wolf, and they don't focus on the angel in disguise. See what I'm saying? So, literally, the way you gonna make it through this life or through anything is by faith. That's it. Ain't no other way. Good morning. There's no other way. There's no other way. You got to keep your head up. let me talk about me. When I get discouraged, I don't care. When I go to God, I'm not ashamed to talk to my God about how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? I go to God and I talk to him if I'm discouraged. I talk to him if I'm overwhelmed. I don't overlook anything. I used to. I used to try to be so strong and hide from God what I'm feeling, you know, because I felt like, I guess I felt like it made me a weak Christian. You know, we want to be so strong in the Lord, and we're supposed to be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. At the same time, if you can't be vulnerable with God, who you going to be vulnerable with? I'm talking about the God who knows everything and the God who understands. You know, he walked it. That's why he walked it. So he can understand. That's why, you know, you trying to hide what you did. You don't want nobody to know because you feel ashamed. But but let me tell you, one of the most powerful things is somebody that been through it and came out. Jesus walked it. So we can't tell Jesus you don't know how I feel, because you Jesus. And he walked it, because he said that to me, Joy, I bore your sin. You understand? So if you ain't gonna be vulnerable, if you're gonna be vulnerable with God. Tell him how you feel. If you feel like a failure, Lord, I feel like a failure. Why do I feel like this? Or even if things that you do fail, and no, you have to talk to God about that. And then let God lead you. He'll let you know what matter of fact, I was teaching on church Sunday, when I was teaching on fasting on the Zoom. And I was teaching about how God, one of the benefits of fasting is, God said in Isaiah 58, when you call, I'll answer. When you cry out, I'll be there. You know, God will answer you speedily. He will answer you, before you can even get through speaking. And that's scriptural. See what I'm saying? So sometimes I could be thinking a thought, and before I can even open my mouth and pray, God just he'll just tell me. He'll just say it. Don't despise the days of small beginnings. You look, what, huh? You might even think you was thinking of that. Or don't be afraid, I'm with you. What am I afraid of? You see what I'm saying? So God ain't gonna sugarcoat it. He getting right to the point. When you internally trying to sugarcoat it, you see what I'm saying? Because you don't know what you feeling. You don't know what your emotions are. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. You know? Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. I just thought of that commercial. But you see what I'm saying? You might not understand what you're going through. But he knows that those emotions that you don't understand, it might be fear. It could be jealousy. Whatever your emotions are. And God will deal with you with those emotions. He'll deal with you right where you are. He's not going to sugarcoat it. You talking about raw and authentic. Can't get no raw and authentic than Christ. You understand? So he knows it. And he wants to deal with the root of the issue. You understand? So that's why. So, you know, let me say this, and please don't believe the hype. Let's talk a little bit about that. People on the internet with their BMWs and all they different stuff they got in their marriage and they business, you know, I'm making millions. Sure, don't believe the hype. People making you think they happy, so happy. Or you look at these stars in the world, not the sky, in the world, and you say, oh, they so blessed. I wish I could do what they doing. I wish I could be like them, you know? But you don't know what they going through behind closed doors. Some of them people can be so suicidal, so emotionally distraught, so, you know what I'm saying, so damaged and broken. But you better believe, no matter how damaged or broken they are, they better get on that stage. You see where I went with that? They better not, oh, we care about you. We care about your wellness, and we care about you as an individual, and we love you. No, you better get on that stage. I don't care what you got to do. You better pop pills. You better drink whatever. You better be on it. See what I'm saying? So you don't know what those people are experiencing. You don't know what, people that might not be a celebrity, but they might have an amazing social media, image. Good morning. So people look up to them, You understand what I'm saying? So people you got certain people you watch on social media, and you feel like their life is so blessed or beautiful, right? You don't know what them people going through behind closed doors. I learned that the hard way. Looking at people's life, praying, oh, Lord, I wish I could be like them. Oh, Lord, I wish I could have what they have. Like somebody's life is better than yours. You right where you supposed to be. You repent. When you mess up, repent. Don't ignore it. Repent and say, God, make my crooked path straight. If you is off track, pray that prayer. I pray that prayer if I ain't off track. I don't know if I just say, Lord, make my crooked path straight. When I do know if I am off track or don't understand what I'm doing, I definitely pray that prayer. But I definitely pray that prayer anyway. Lord, make my crooked path straight. So don't compare your life to somebody else's, because everything is not what it seems. Some people might be happy, and I'm not taking away from that. But the ones that are happy, they not boasting. Because what my happiness is for me and my family. What I gotta boast. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference than sharing versus boasting. Or sharing or testifying and sharing versus boasting. Most people that boast, they ain't doing good at all. They might have some nice things on the outside, but inside they miserable. And this is a part of their way of, their addiction. This is one of the part of the ways to deal with it. See what I'm saying? This is how they deal with it. By posting, making everybody think. I remember I talked to this one friend of mine, he in music and stuff. We, know each other through music. And he was telling me every time him and his wife on the verge of, when they doing bad, she posts, that's when she posts the most about them. When they just, when they on their verge of just, it being over, they doing terrible. She posts out because that's when she want everybody to think they doing good. So I guess so won't nobody have the opportunity to, I don't know, come in on her marriage. I don't know. But during their worst time, now he told me this. During their worst time, that's when she posts lovey, all that stuff, put pictures of them together, romance, all that stuff. And they be doing horrible. So it's just what it is. This world, that's all they are, attention seekers. That's what most people, not just this world, Christians too. We talk to people on social media that we don't even like because we want attention. You know what I'm saying? Women talk to men just for good morning, beautiful. How you doing, beautiful? And you ain't attracted to them. Vice versa. Men, looking for attention. So most of the time, that's what we do things for, attention. Instead of being genuine and loyal to yourself, genuine and loyal to Christ. Like, okay, what would Christ think about this? What would Jesus think about this if I said this, if I did this, if I talked to this man, if I talked to this woman? Not just, oh, at least I'm not meeting up with him. I'm not doing this. I'm just talking on the phone, you know. But what is your motive? You using somebody if you just want them for their attention or their time or to spend money on you. Whatever it is, that's you using them. Even if you know, the type of person, like I'm a giver. I love, definitely one of my love languages. But that's God gave me that gift, period. Because it sure ain't my only love language. My love can talk, okay? But what I'm saying is, some people, and then so if you're a giver by you know, when people know you got a good heart, that they will use you and prey, P-R-E-Y, up on that. So you can try to buy people for attention, you know, giving you helping pay this, do that. But what is your motive? You can have a giving heart, but you ain't no fool. You ain't gonna just go to give somebody you don't like, just anybody. I'm just saying, like, I'm just talking about literally if you're in a relationship or you trying to get in a relationship. What is your motive for doing what you're doing? You see what I'm saying? Check your motive. That's what we can call this video. Check your motive. Why are you doing what you do? Why you fast? I ain't talking about why you fast. Look, fast girl, sit down. I ain't talking about that fast. Why do you fast? Why do you abstain from natural, you know, from natural substances, from food? Why? Is it because you want something from God? Like you want to try to manipulate him to give you what you want? You want to be more spiritual? You want to impress somebody? You want people to think you're so spiritual? Because one thing, definitely a lot of Christians, but people in general hide behind false humility. It is such a thing as false humility. People hide behind false humility. They want to be, they want to present themselves, and they might not even know it's false humility. I can spot false humility, I can spot it. You know, that's why it's so important. Let me tell you something. I get on the scale every day. That's what I do. I used to run from the scale. I don't run from the scale no more. You know why? Because I want to be held accountable. Everybody can't handle that. Everybody don't want their mess looking them in the face the next day. You know? Everybody don't want to see their mistakes looking them in the face the next day. And I'm talking about life in general. Not just the scale. I just use that as an example. I'm not running from my mistakes. That's just like, you know, when you're a good steward over your money, you know how to wisely. Those people that are good stewards, they constantly check their bank accounts. Even if they ain't doing right all the time, they're not ashamed to face their mistakes. They check their account to see what their balance is, to see if a check cleared, to see what has gone out, what has come in, the debits and credits. Right? Same thing with the scale. It's holding yourself accountable. Whether I like what I'm doing or not, I'm still going to see where it brought me today. Because what you do yesterday is not for yesterday. It's for today. If you want a different tomorrow, It sounds like I'm speaking wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm literally, it just came to me like that's how Proverbs is. Out of nowhere. But you see what I'm saying? If you want a different tomorrow, you gotta do something different today. So that's what I'm saying. Holding yourself accountable. Facing you. I got a song called The Face Off. And that's what that song is. Facing off with myself. Facing off with me. I'm tired of running from my giants within. See what I'm saying? That song, I wrote that song in 2012. I'm tired of running from myself, my giants, my fears, my lust. See what I'm saying? I'm finna face off. That's what this is about. Facing off. Because you can't be a better you tomorrow if you don't have a face off today. You got to take off the mask. Stop being a great pretender. Some people are greater than others, but stop being a pretender. Stop pretending like you like something you don't. Stop pretending you got to be real with where you are. Doing things because somebody else wants you to do them. Knowing you ain't comfortable doing that. Knowing the Holy Spirit is grieved with you doing that. Like you got to consciously and intentionally make a deliberate choice. And that's what I preached on Thursday at my sister's mother's homegoing. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Like you got to make an intentional choice. Who you gonna serve? Abraham. Yes, Lord. I need you to get your son and go sacrifice him. Your only son that I gave you. Go sacrifice him. Okay, Lord. Abraham. Yes, Lord. Hearken unto the voice of your wife, Sarah. She correct. Cast out the bondwoman and her son. Wait a minute, God. That's my baby. Thank you, Jesus. That's my baby. But okay, Abraham, who you gonna serve? Your baby and his mama or me? See, Abraham, I'm quite sure he didn't want to admit, man, I like this woman. But God knew he did. Some of y'all in these relationships and the mama and the daddy, you with somebody and they still in love with they ex. But they trying to get over their ex by using you. Or vice versa. People don't talk about that, do they? Getting in a relationship with somebody that's still entangled with their ex is not good. When you get out of a relationship, you got to be healed before you move on. Because how do you know that God might want to put you back with your ex, your ex-husband, your ex-wife that God ain't never told you to divorce anyway? Or maybe God wants you to be single and never wanted you to be married anyway. And you went off and married and did your own thing anyway. The point I'm making is the face-off. Facing whatever it is that you need to face. Because you can't be delivered from what you won't face. If you got lust in your spirit and you got a lust all in your heart, but you won't face it, how you going to get delivered from what you won't face? That's why when you go to counseling, you know what the counselors do? Shut up and listen. That's the first portion of the counseling. Just listening. See what I'm saying? Let you talk. And then when you first talk, depending on how weak and vulnerable you are, you're not going to tell it all. Especially if you're going to counseling and another person is involved. You're going to tell everything they did wrong. He do this. She do that. They do this. You ain't even telling them about you. And you the one in counseling. But you're not going to talk about you. You're going to express everything somebody else did wrong. See what I'm saying? So the counselor just be quiet and listen. Then finally they ask you a question. What about you? Because I can't fix them. But I'm here to help you. See what I'm saying? That's what God want to do. God don't want to talk to you about Jimmy, John, James, Jolanda, Felicia, Philanda, Foray, Sikita. He want to deal with you about you. You know when it's time to shut it down. You know when it's time for you to say, you know what, God, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I got to get to you. I got to start praying and fasting. I got to start seeking you first early. You know what I'm saying? I got to read my Bible to build up my mental, to build up my faith, to get me together. And if you ain't saying that, then you definitely off track. You know what I'm saying? It comes a time when you got to, that's the only way you're going to survive on this level. The only way. I'm talking about if you're on a new level and you know what I'm saying? When you get on that new level, it's like you enter into a faith zone. Like it's a zone where, man, you don't know nothing. You just walking around blind trying to make sure you know, but you don't want to say nothing because you got false humility. You know what I'm saying? You make like this is, oh Lord, but you don't want to really say nothing because you don't want to be seen as a weak person. But God said, if you call to me, I will answer you. If you seek me early, you will find me. Like, this ain't about my pride and my age. This is about, Lord, I need you. So many people died never reaching levels that God wanted them to reach. Like, imagine God wanted to share you with the world, but you wouldn't let go of your little stuff in your kitchen, your little stuff in your bedroom. I'm talking about your hidden secret sins. You wouldn't let them go. You wouldn't face off with yourself. So you never did reach. God could never break you off and give you to the world. He just could only just give you to your, couldn't even feed you to yourself. All he could do is just be there with you and love you right in your little apartment. Because you didn't want him to take you to that level. Because you refused to let go. Holding on to your past, holding on to envy and jealousy, holding on to all these different things that keep you in bondage. That's why I have low tolerance for foolishness, because I was there too long. And now God, he saw fit by the grace of God to give me fasting is the key, and then start unraveling me years of unraveling. Finally, it's time to take a step and go, so he can break you out to the world. You think I'm finna miss that? No. So what do I do? Jesus, help me. What do I do, Lord? Show me what to do. Make my crooked path straight. Help me to stand strong. Help me to hold on. Help me not to give up. See what I'm saying? Because when you facing giants, not only are you facing the giants within, you got these devils outside. I remember one time my daughter, this is in 2012, I had been fasting since 2008, wrote all them books, you know what I'm saying? And I was in a place of such freedom. I've never had that peace like that in my life. And I felt weird. I felt strange. I felt like something is wrong with me. That's how I felt, like, because nobody was coming at me on the outside. Nobody. I ain't had to fight with no church folk, which I ain't never fight with them anyway. they, talk about you behind your back, and then I just tell Jesus on them. I ain't finna argue with you. It's not worth it, because I ain't got time to argue with you, because I don't want to have to knock you out to be in trouble. See, so that ain't me no more. So I ain't got time to argue with you. I tell God on you, that'll put you in trouble greater than I could ever do. Mess with me, God gonna get you. God said, hold on, y'all, let me see, wait a minute. Hello? Hello? I'm walking, and I'm on my watch. Where you at? You at home? Okay, baby, what you need? Yeah, when I call you back, I'm definitely gonna deal with this. I don't know what this was about. Girl, nothing. Yeah, okay, I'm glad you home. I love you. Cover you with the blood of Jesus. That's my daughter. Yes, when it took her a trip, 2 weeks. Like, who does that and ain't tell your mama? So I did tell you, you ain't believe me. That's the one who went off and went to England, honey. Just, to a church at our church on the rock that I go to, not the church that I am pastor over, but they have a youth program, and they had this kind of program in London, and this girl I could not believe it. I had to take her to the airport. She was grown, about 18 something, 19, I don't know. Could not believe it. I was devastated, but I had to trust God on a whole different level. Anyway, so I don't know exactly where I was. So let's just see where God gonna take me, because that was my baby, honey, and God made that watch answer. I'm all the way away from home. This phone don't never ring. I mean, my watch, because I'm too far away from home. But look at Jesus. Thank you, Lord. My baby home safe. So I don't know what I was saying. I don't know. Okay. Just crying out to God when you don't know what to do, and not being fake, facing your giants. So yeah, that was my daughter. That's the one who said, she said, Mama, sometimes, yeah, because I was saying I just want nobody coming for me, no enemies. I had peace, our bills was paid, just no outside enemies. And my baby looked and said, Mama, sometimes it's not the outside giants, it could be the giants within. That's what my daughter said. So what the giants within was insecurity and failure and fear. Like, what if I don't succeed? What if I've written all these books, nothing happened? What if I write these songs and face those giants? I don't care if God give you a song, write that song, and I don't care if nobody listened to it. You obeyed him, and it's terrible. Then somebody will find that song when you dead, and then they want to produce it. Then they want to say, oh, so-and-so wrote this, oh, so-and-so. Then give you flowers, bring all these flowers to your funeral, but couldn't even pick up and give you a phone call when you was living. Please, if the Lord if God let me leave here that way in a funeral, go on with that mess. Go on with that mess. Sister Joy with this. Sister Joy, go on with that. Please go on. And that's how it is. That's how it is. People they don't want to support you when you hear. Soon as something happened, now you want, bye, Felicia, go with that. Go on with that. But that's how people are. But your job is, do what God called you to do. Produce. Start that business. Start that nursing home. Start that orphanage. Start that beauty school. Start that beauty shop. Start that restaurant. Write that song. Write them books. Whatever God give you to do. Baby, let me tell you something. Because I'm not doing it for people. I'm doing it because God told me to. And whoever it's for, that's who it's going to get to. You hear me? That's who it's going to get to. I'm not sowing to you for you to do nothing for me. I've been there. I've been in this thing 25 years. I know how people are fickle. I don't do them. I don't do people. I don't care what you say about me. I already know how people is. So I protect myself, guard myself, and guess what I do? This is how I protect and guard myself. I trust in the Lord thy God only. That's it. I trust him. He gonna make it happen. Him. Can't nobody say, I made this happen for Sister Joy. That's what Abraham did. When they wanted to give him something, he said, no, I'm gonna pay for it. Because you ain't gonna be able to say you did nothing for me. God did this for me. You see what I'm saying? God did this for me. You know, people wanna, man, that's why I say, you know what, God? It's all good. It's all good. Because where God taking me, he got to do it. He got to show me how to get to the airport. He got to be the driver that's taking me to the airport. He got to be the plane that I'm getting on. He got to be the orchestrator. He got to be the tour guide. He got to be all that. I don't know. And guess what? You don't either. So if he don't do it, it won't be done. That's why I'm walking by faith and not by sight. You know? And when God make my name great, when he do, I'm gonna come back and get the people that supported me. It ain't never a lot. It ain't never a lot. But then what God do, like I said, I've been there. He remove you. He gonna remove you. And he gonna take you where you appreciate it. That's how it works. You ain't gotta be sad if people don't appreciate you at your church or at your job. Just chill out and rejoice. Because pretty soon, when the time is right, God gonna lift you up and move you right to where you're supposed to be in a greater position. If you can pass this test. Pass the test. Pass the test. That's all you got to do. Just be real, be humble, be repentant, stay in the repentant mode. Always. Lord, please forgive me for my sins. I say that every day, any time of the day. Stay humble. But one way you stay humble, I'm telling you, it's through fasting. Some people say, well, cut your hair off. That's the way to humble yourself. No, sometimes that's the way for you to be ashamed and embarrassed. But just because you cut your hair don't mean you will be humble. You can cut your hair to be ashamed, to be humble. That's on you. But man, the higher God take you up, the more you fast. The more you humble yourself, the more you fast, man. I'm telling you, from where I've been to where I am now, God's had me fasting. That's the only way he got me right here at an accelerated pace. At an accelerated pace in an accelerated place. Pace and place. He the one who doing this. He the one who doing this. But fasting humbles you. So he can do that for you and through you. You know, this is my humble beginnings with my beauty shop and beauty school and theology. All of this stuff I'm doing, incorporating Christ in beauty. It's going to be big. But this is my humble beginnings. Even with me trying to figure out how to share pictures, how to do this, how to do that, I'm going to have to, do this on my own. Because I don't want to just I can't keep throwing money away for flyers and for flyers and stuff, because I got too many visions. I got too many ideas. So I got to learn how to do something. Lord, you show me. Because I'm going to promote mine. I don't need you to support me. You don't have to support me. The people that supported me, thank you. I love you and I pray that God bless you. But I ain't looking to y'all. And let me tell you this. Heck no. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not looking to you. I thank God for the people that supported me, and I pray that God bless them, because you ain't gonna go wrong sowing it to me. So I pray God bless everybody that sowed a seed into my business. But let me tell you something, entrepreneurs. Don't you depend on nobody. If you depend on people, it would discourage you when they don't show up. It will. It'll discourage you. Please don't depend on people. Depend on Jesus. Depend on him. Lord, show me how to do this. Show me how to do that. Show me how to do this. Teach me how to do that. When I got when God blessed me with my home healthcare businesses, I didn't know how to do absolutely nothing but serve. I was good at putting on the servant apron, going there, clean up, cook, make sure you get to your program on time. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning the house for you, because I mostly worked overnights. So I got to cook and clean and take you a shower, take you a bath, wash your clothes, whatever I need to do from 11:30 to 8 in the morning or something like that. So now it's time for me to be an administrator. It's time for me to be a HR. I'm talking about everybody in HR. Payroll, W-2s, this, that, sending people that this, giving letters out when they need letters, and because literally God thrust me into a whole company of assignments. Like I'm the one running the whole company. No assistants, no help, just nobody but God. That's what he's doing to me now. Just put me in a whole company and all over again. I was reading the Bible, and Jacob, he was talking to God, and he said, I crossed this big bridge with one staff. He said, now you done gave me 2 companies. That's what he said. It just hit my belly. Because not only is he giving me the home healthcare businesses, the beauty school, the coaching business, all this different stuff he's doing at one time. One time. Nobody but Jesus is my help. Nobody. I'm the photographer. The everything, just me. The packer, the order, the UPS, USPS, everything, just me. The accountant. You see what I'm saying? Just gotta. So, but what I'm telling you is, that's why he said, enlarge your territory. He's stretching you. You can't run from responsibility. I'm up and down them steps. Every time I order in, I'm in that basement, up and down them steps. I don't even sit on it. When it comes, I'm feeling it. Because I don't want to sit on nobody's stuff. I appreciate you coming to support me, but I want to get your stuff to you ASAP. Not once am I complaining. No. Lord, thank you. Thank you for every order you bless me with. Bless these people for even patronizing me. I got to call my other sister, thank her for ordering something off my website. I just put a thank you card and stuff in her thing, but I ain't called her personally, and that's what I'm going to do today. So when God started expanding you, let me tell you what people do. This is how they fail before they even get started. I called him before he left, but I knew I wasn't going to make it. So that's good. I'm going to turn back around and go some more. But a lot of people, they fail. Let me tell you why they fail. Because soon as God start blessing them, first of all, let me say this. I'm so sorry. Thanks for holding on while I go talk to my husband. Thank you. I don't want to take that for granted. So, yeah. But a lot of people fail because soon as God start blessing them, do you know blessings mean more responsibility? And as soon as God start blessing them with more responsibility, they start complaining. That's why people fail. Because complaining will it's like a curse to your blessings. So when you start getting more blessings, you get more responsibility. So now it seems like all this pressure is on one little bitty old you. So now you find yourself just complaining. And guess what? Everything fall apart because blessings and complaining don't go together. They can't cohabitate. You hear me? So when God start blessing you, listen to me. Listen here. Let God be the one who promotes you. Let God be the one who make your name great. I'm not going to solicit myself to nobody. Oh, I'm a preacher. Please let me preach at your church. Oh, I do gospel rap. Let me rap at your church. Oh, I sell these products. No. Oh, I got a YouTube channel. Watch my YouTube channel. The devil is a liar. I'm not finna go out here and promote no, I'm not finna go out here and solicit myself. Let God promote you. If God tell you to advertise, you advertise. Don't you go knocking on nobody's door trying to sell yourself. You ain't a TV. You ain't a vacuum cleaner. You ain't a basketball. Don't knock on nobody's door trying to sell your gifts. Let God promote you. Hi, I'm just saying, and I'm talking about your gifts. What I'm talking about is I'm not talking about yeah, of course, eventually I want my products in Target, Walmart, working on getting on Amazon. See what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the gifts that God has given you. Don't go knocking on nobody's door to preach. You see what I'm saying? Your spiritual gifts, definitely don't do that. That's what I'm talking about. Because I ain't trying to get it twisted. You know, people be reaching out to me about, want me to produce their products and, want me to talk about their products on my, no, I will do it for certain people, for Christian, if God lead me, that's it. But I don't do that. I don't be talking about that, but I will. If God lead me to help somebody, one of my sisters or one of my brothers. So I ain't talking about that right there. I'm talking about, you see what I'm saying? Know your value and know your worth. Know your value and know your worth. And keep it moving. Keep it moving. I'm reminded of BMWs. My sister just bought her a BMW. That thing was over $100,000. And my other sister just got a Range Rover. I think hers was about the same. Or somewhere up in there. Do you think you could go in there and tell them, oh, that's too high? Could you take that price down? No. The value. The value. I got 2 Lexuses for that price. The value. So don't you lose your value. Don't you lose your value because somebody don't want to pay for what you know what I'm saying? Don't lose your value because people don't appreciate it or don't think you worth it. How about that? Because God is going, let me tell you something, because God will send you to the right people that will appreciate your value. That will not, that, you know what I'm saying? So don't sell yourself short or don't think that, oh, no, man, go forward with what you got in you. I'm telling you, because I know what it feels like to feel like you ain't valued or you are valueless and all that crap. But if God value you, you in high priority and in high production and most importantly in high demand. I was honored and humbled to preach my friend's mama's homegoing. I had a dream before I even knew she passed, and I didn't know who that was because it was my auntie in the dream, and my auntie already gone. So I'm like, God, it was at her funeral, and I'm like, God, what is that? Then I didn't even know my friend mama passed. So then I called. I picked up that phone. I said, girl, what's up? I miss you. And she was just telling me this. Finally, she said, you know my mama passed. I said, what? Then as they got to talking, she said, yeah, she said, and I was hoping you could do the eulogy. I'm like, what? So that's 2 double shocks. Your mama gone, and you would see fit to say, ask me to do it? Like, that's a God assignment to eulogize a real woman of God. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what God got for you to do. You don't know what your assignment's up there. What if I would have gave up when I gave up? I had to say that. What if I would have stayed back there where I gave up at? When it was hard. When I didn't have anything. When all the bills coming. I mean, just so much just depression and heartache and pain and suffering back to back to back. I'm talking about, when I say back to back, I'm talking about year after year after year, day after day, month after month. It wouldn't stop. We get another place. And then we got to go through the same cycle. We get another place, the same cycle. We get another car, the same. It just always could never win. Never. You almost want to say, God, what's the point of serving you? If you say, I was young, but now I'm old, yet I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread. Lord, what's the point? You say that you supply all my needs. Lord, what's the point? You said that you're going to bless me effortlessly, and I ain't seeing none of this. What's up? You know, then you give up. But then you realize, wait a minute, you had to be like Peter. If I give up on Jesus, then what I got? I ain't got nothing. So God was preparing me then with all that hell for this day today. So if you stay where you give up at, you'll never know where He gonna take you. You got to get up and go. You got to go when you don't want to. You got to go when you don't feel like it. You got to go when people talk about you. You got to go when people hate you. You got to go when they belittle you. When they belittle you, you got to go. When your family don't understand you, you got to go. When your husband cheat on you, you got to go. When your kids disrespect you and dishonor you, you got to go. When you put yourself down and belittle yourself and disrespect yourself and dishonor yourself, you still got to go. When you feel like the black sheep of the family, you got to go. When you fall off track and sin or do something you know you shouldn't have did, you still got to get up and go. Don't stay in that place. Don't stay in that giving up place. Don't do it. Don't stay there. Get up, y'all. Get up. Don't stay there. When you feel like God forgot about me, don't stay there. When you feel lonely and by yourself, feel like it's just you, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. You still got the best to come. You still got the best to come, okay? Don't give up. Just keep producing. Keep moving forward. Stay prayed up. Stay fasted up. Come on. Pray and fast. Stay Stay in the Bible. Stay in that Bible. I mean, man, make them Bible characters your best friend. You want to talk to somebody? Read Joseph. You want to hang out with somebody? Read Paul and his different adventures that God had taken him on after he surrendered to God. Come on. Go hang out with some real soldiers. Stay off that phone with these fake wannabe soldiers. Get on Facebook. Everybody got a Glock. Everybody got a Glock. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you just stole that out of somebody's car. Tell them where you got it from. Stop being fake with this foolishness. You know what I'm saying? You know? You know, people on there posting their marriage, but you ain't tell them y'all sleep in separate rooms. Y'all don't even like each other. See what I'm saying? You don't even like him. She don't even like you. But everybody think y'all so in love. Stop being. That's what I'm saying. God is looking for the real. What a real. Could the real please stand up? Please. That's why I don't even do Facebook. And to be honest, I don't know how to do Instagram. I don't know what I'm doing on Instagram. I guess you just scroll. I guess. But Facebook, I don't do Facebook. Like I don't even like some of the videos that I do when I'm doing my little learning how to do these reels and these shorts and these TikTok quick little videos. I don't even post them on Facebook because I do it on my glory page on Facebook. But those people, I got at least 5,000 followers. Them people, I don't do Facebook. I don't like Facebook. Facebook, they just rather see what you're doing. They ain't there to support or anything. I don't even do ministry on Facebook. The only way people know that I do ministry like this is if they follow me from YouTube on Facebook. I don't even like when people post my name on Facebook. Like they might say Joy Blur, they may tag me in something. Because I don't want Facebook knowing nothing about me. Those people, because those are not my friends. Some of them is my family friends. You know, some of them, you know what I mean. And plus, like if you come on there right now and ask me to be your friend, I'm going to be your friend. I ain't got no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially ministry. Y'all my sweet sisters and brothers. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm just saying, you don't support me in ministry and nothing I do, I ain't finna put it out there for you. If you find it, that's on you. Because I'm not finna, if I'm not wanted, I'm not staying. I'm not finna invest my, come on. Jesus didn't even do that. He didn't stay where he wasn't wanted. If you don't want it, I'm finna go. Jesus said, he said, if you take the word that they don't want it, dust your feet and you bounce. Cause I know where you want it. And I'm gonna take you where you want it. They don't want to listen to you. They don't care. They don't believe in you. They don't believe in your value. Wipe the dust off your feet as you bounce. We got to don't sit there and cry and worry. What? Either wipe your feet on that grass, wipe your feet on a rug, but wipe your feet and get your butt moving. Sit there, you know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and cry about spoiled milk. Get up and go. If they don't value you, bye. I don't just go. God tell me, go. Get away from there. Let that go. Because I ain't hooked on, baby, ain't no phonics around me. I ain't hooked on nobody but the Lord. You see what I'm saying? You got to be like that. Because if you get wrapped up in people and wrapped up in who don't support you, who ain't for you, you going to give up. Or either you're going to become watered down. You're going to be sugarcoating things. Why? Because you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to leave you. Stop. Please watch me on YouTube. Please watch me on Facebook. Please. You see what I'm saying? please come to my conference. No. I'll tell you about it. I'll post maybe post a flyer a couple of times. If you come, you come. If you don't, that's fine. See what I'm saying? God, you gonna bring who should be there. You gonna bring who should do this. You gonna bring the supporters. Put it like that. And that's how you have to be. People might call you hard, or you cold, or you this, you that. No, you're a wise person because you ain't no fool. And a lot of people who are like me, man, you grow to learn how to do it, because you can't give up on what God told you to do. So you learn how to operate like Christ. God ain't gonna stay nowhere where these people don't want him. He's not. He ain't gonna do it. He keep telling you, stop. You keep going. Look at him. He was about to kill Balaam. You read Numbers 20 and all whatever, and we talk about Balaam. He was about to kill him. Even God is tired of this foolishness. Even God was about to kill Moses. God tired of the foolishness. God told Moses to circumcise his son. Moses didn't want to. So his wife Zipporah had to do it. And she called him you know what I'm saying? She was so mad at him. God was finna kill Moses. We out here playing games with God. Man, I'm telling you, God is merciful. God ain't finna keep playing with you. He tell you to do something, you keep coming up with all these excuses. He gonna get somebody else to do it. He told Saul. Saul kept playing. He said, okay, I got David over here. David was loyal to God. Then he saw Bathsheba. Then he forgot all about his relationship with God, and he wanted that woman instead. Yeah, he got that woman, but look at the cost. Look what it cost him. Sometimes we get stuff, you don't know what it's going to cost you to get for that. That's why when God say leave it alone, he mean that. Let that go, because you don't know what that thing will cost you. Because if Isaac and his brother, what's his brother name? Ishmael would have stayed together. Ishmael probably would have killed his brother Isaac, because he was already playing with the boy rough. It wouldn't. See, then look at it now. Look at the war going on right now between them same two brethrens. See? Sometimes when God tell you to get away from people, get away from them, because you don't know what the end result will be. What you stand where God tell you to go. And all your blessings. I remember with that narcissist. No disrespect. I'm just telling you. That boy, every time I turn around, he needed money. Something. And I didn't even have nothing. And I'm trying to help him with what I ain't even got. All along, God had $11,222 waiting on me. A trip to Israel paid for in full waiting on me. A new car waiting on me. I'm talking about the stuff I got in 2016 just waiting on me, but I couldn't get none of it as long as that boy was in the way. And God shut that door. Sometimes you be so weak you don't want to shut it. God shut it. God had to shut it. I thank God for the purpose he have in my life to shut those crazy doors that I wouldn't have shut myself. And you know that person is a thief. You know that person is using you. You know that person ain't right. And you still won't let him go. Or let her go. You know that friend jealous of you, and God say shut that relationship down. And you still won't let that girl go. or that man go. You hanging out with them friends, God say, cut that relationship off because them people they ain't right for you. You still won't let them go, and you know that God telling the truth because God is not a man that he should lie. Still won't let it go. And guess what? You're going to stay stuck right where you are until you obey God. Soon as God got that man out of my life, I ain't seen no blessings like I see. God waiting to bless you, but you won't obey him. You won't shut that door. You won't move on. You won't do what he say do. If I would never started that, he told me to start the daggone home health care in 2005. I was too afraid, so I didn't. God ain't gonna make you obey him. He's not. He not. Let me tell you how God shut the door on me and that man. We was on the phone. I had just sent him $150, and he at Walmart already spending it on something vegan. Couldn't wait to go spend my money. So he at Walmart. By the time he get back home, he pulled his truck up in the driveway. Now he live out of town. I'm living here in Missouri, still here in Missouri. Okay? Ain't went nowhere. We on the phone. Next thing you know, his truck just rolled down the driveway and run into a neighbor's yard. To a neighbor's car. Crashed into a neighbor's car. That was it. We ain't talking no more. That was April 16th, 2016. One of them April something. God shut that door that day. That scared the mess out of that boy. And he stopped talking to me until he started back calling in October. Or, like maybe, I think June. And then I heard from him again to October. But see, God had to give me time to obey him. So God shut that door. Thank God for shutting that door. Because, man, I would not be here right now today if God wouldn't have shut that door. With that man in my life, I wouldn't be right here. So some of your blessings are just waiting. They are waiting for you to obey God. The portal of heaven is over you. It's not open until you obey the Lord. Then he'll start dropping all this stuff on you. That year, I was still making $600, twice a month before tithes and taxes. By the end of that year, I had made $179,000 in less than 6 months. After that man was out of my life. But guess what? I was still miserable. I was so miserable and lonely without that man. As if because the devil had me thinking he was going to be my husband. I was longing for that boy. While God doing all these blessings, my heart was still broken over this man. Not over my real husband that I had been with 20-something years. Over this man that I went to school with when I was in the 6th and 7th grade who meant nothing to me. See, that's how backwards we are. I'm sitting up here crying over a man that I don't even know for real versus my husband that I got out there, don't even know where he going from place to place trying to live. And here I am with the place God gave me. But here this dude thinking he trying to figure out how he going to get up in here. And just foolishness, just foolishness, just foolishness. Just foolishness. We find ourselves doing things that we never thought we'd do. Like stuff that we never thought that we would do. Like to sacrifice everything for a stranger. Bringing a stranger in your house, around your family, your kids. I thank God I ain't that foolish. Because God showed me a dream. One of my sons was at his one shoulder, and my other sons was at the other shoulder. God would show me it would be conflict. Tell him what? Because one time he did tell me that one of his ex-wives, he punched her son in the face. I think her son was a kid, 15 or something. Or some talking back to his mama. So you mean if you would have saw one of my kids talking back to me, you'll punch one of my kids? Of course. That's exactly what I'm saying, said he. So, with all of that being said, oh, that's them going over there. With all of that being said, you know, we'll conclude this with, yes, face off. Face off areas in your life that's displeasing to God. Face off relationships in your life that's displeasing to God. You know what I'm saying? Face off any behavior that you know that God ain't pleased with. Deal with this fear that so easily besets you. Whatever it is that you know that'll hinder you from going to this place that God is guiding you to. You know, I'm telling you, right before your biggest breakthrough, right before your biggest journey, you know, your promotion time, the devil it's gonna be some temptations. Like me, that the devil literally bought that baby and wanted me to marry that young boy, and then brought this woman in my husband's life, wanted my husband to marry that woman, when we clearly got work together to do. How would that look? You know what I'm saying? Me and Greg, he got his wife, I got my husband, and we you know what I'm saying, still around each other, still attracted to each other. Them two other people would have been horrible. Our marriages would have been terrible. It just would have been. With somebody else. Deal with wherever. If you lonely and you love talking to, you know, the opposite sex for attention. Some people like to talk to the same sex for attention. I don't care. Whatever your issues are, deal with them. Face your lust, face your perversion, face your lies, face your giants, face your daggone self. Because you ain't going to get nowhere lying to yourself. Because you definitely can't lie to the Lord. Break those generational curses and get it together so that God can get the glory out of your life. You know, I'm reminded of my friend, her mama, the one who funeral I did, her homegoing. And you know what my friend said? First of all, her mama had been married for years. Me and her been knowing each other since 1991 or 1992. Since we went to beauty school together, that's where we met at. And she an RN, cosmetologist, you know, author, you know, working on her book. But she said all the years her mom and daddy been married, and they got, I believe, 4 kids, I believe. They never saw their mama and daddy argue. Never. And I believe it's been at least 50 years they was married. Never. She said, I'm not saying they didn't argue, but we never seen them. They just was in love with each other, respected each other, never no arguments in front of none of that. Look at that. Ain't that amazing? That's the kind of example you want to set. Just humbling ourselves so that people can say, wow, look at God. Not look at you or look at me. If they saying look at you, no, you make sure you direct that praise right back to the Lord. Because that's who it belonged to. So that's all. You know, I just was talking. Y'all just walk with me and talk with me. And that's all. So I love y'all. Have a beautiful, blessed day. And thanks so much for supporting me. You know, if the Lord leads you, go to gloryglorybeauty.com and support. You know, that'll be awesome. I really appreciate it. But I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Mwah.